I started out with that story at the front of the book because if you're going to talk to other people about the crushings in their lives, you have to be willing to put yours up front too.
You won't believe what's unfolding at the Potter's house right now. T.D. Jakes, one of the most powerful spiritual voices of our generation, has stepped down as senior pastor. The aftermath has left many in shock. But that's not the only twist. Leandria Johnson just responded, and what she said is shaking the gospel world. This story is about to take a turn that no one saw coming. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, because today's story is more than a church update. It's a moment that's stirring debate across the Christian community. T.D. Jakes, the founder of the Potter's House, made the announcement after decades of leading the church. But this isn't just a peaceful handover. There are hidden truths behind his decision. Today, we're uncovering why T.D. Jakes really stepped away, who's replacing him, and why Leandria Johnson's reaction is setting off alarms. You won't hear these details anywhere else. This news feels like a lightning bolt on a quiet Sunday. Jakes, the man who transformed the Potter's House into a global ministry, suddenly declared he was stepping away from leadership. For years, he's preached to millions, both in person and through massive broadcasts. His messages on faith and perseverance touched lives all over the world. So why step down now? The official reason sounds simple. Jakes says he wants to focus on other projects and build the future of his ministry. But many believe there's something deeper going on. A man of his stature doesn't just walk away without a powerful reason. Jakes isn't just a pastor. He's a symbol of influence. His exit is causing major waves across churches everywhere. Some think it's a smart move to make room for the next generation. Others wonder if private battles pushed him out. What really flips the script is who's replacing him. That's when things get intense. Once Jakes announced his exit, people were talking. But when Leandria Johnson chimed in, the conversation changed completely. Her words cut deep and hit a nerve. We all know Leandria. Her voice is raw. Her story is painful and powerful. She's had big wins and tough losses. Addiction, divorce, struggles with mental health. She's shared everything publicly, and people respect her honesty. She's never afraid to speak out about the church. So, when T.D. Jakes stepped aside, her response was fiery. Instead of expressing sadness, Leandria sounded almost relieved. She said this change was overdue and hinted that the church has been stuck in outdated leadership. She believes this could be the wake-up call the church needs. Young people have been feeling disconnected. Her words stirred hope in some, but made others uneasy. Some fans believe Leandria's reaction was more than an opinion. They think she's calling out a long-standing problem in the church. Certain leaders, she believes, have become too powerful and too protected. Her words echoed frustration, not just with Jakes, but with a whole system that lifts up a few while ignoring the rest. Then she took it further. Leandria wasn't done. In an interview that quickly gained attention, she challenged the way megachurches work. She said, too many leaders are more focused on their wealth and image than on helping their people. She questioned why some pastors still get worshipped after making serious mistakes. She asked if Jakes was leaving to avoid deeper trouble. Was there pressure from behind the scenes? Her bold words left people wondering if more secrets were about to come out. For those who know her, this was no surprise. Leandria has always been fearless when speaking truth. She's tired of seeing leaders preach humility while living like royalty. She raised questions that can't be ignored. Is the church changing for the better? Or are the same leaders just handing off power to people who will do the same thing? What's more, she wasn't alone. Other gospel singers and church insiders started whispering similar thoughts. There's talk of power struggles inside the Potter's house. Some say members of the church saw this coming. They believe younger voices were growing restless under Jakes' style of leadership, and now two people are stepping in to fill his shoes. But these aren't random names. The people Jakes chose as his successors are sparking even more debate. Their past, their connection to Jakes, and their role in the church may leave you speechless. As news spread that Jakes was stepping down, the big question became, who could possibly replace him? This man didn't just lead a church. He built a massive ministry with thousands of followers, a global media presence, and influence across countries. Choosing a successor was never going to be easy. But Jakes made his choice. He picked two people: his daughter, Cora Jakes Coleman, and a trusted friend, Bishop Jonathan Miller. This announcement created immediate buzz. Who are they? And can they really take on such a huge role? Cora Jakes Coleman has worked behind the scenes at the Potter's house for years. As an executive pastor, she became a strong voice, especially among women. Her sermons focus on healing and inner growth. She's known for addressing topics like mental health and personal struggles. Many see her as a leader for today's generation, but some are asking hard questions. Is she truly ready for this level of leadership? Running the Potter's house is no small task. It's not just about preaching. It's about managing a spiritual empire. Cora's fresh approach could bring a new energy, but can she carry the weight of her father's legacy? Now, let's talk about Bishop Jonathan Miller. He's been close to Jakes for years. His preaching style is powerful, and he has his own following. He's held many leadership roles at the church and knows its system well. Some see him as a steady, experienced choice. Still, some are worried about how two leaders will share power. One is family. One is not. Could this create tension? Will they work as a team, or will their different styles clash? These questions are haunting church members and leaders alike. And then, there's the elephant in the room. What about T.D. Jakes himself? Is he really stepping away, or will he continue to influence decisions from the background? He says he's moving on, but some believe he may still control the church's direction behind closed doors. This could also be a long-term strategy. Jakes might be stepping aside now to protect the church's image and future. But how will the people respond? Will they accept the change? Or will they resist and walk away? One thing is clear. The Potter's house is facing a major test. And this is only the beginning. We're not just talking about a leadership change. We're talking about whether the entire model of church leadership is collapsing. T.D. Jakes' decision is sending shockwaves, not only through his own church, but through churches everywhere. The Potter's house is not just a building. It's a global ministry with deep roots. For years, Jakes was the heart of that place. His energy, his passion, his media presence, everything pointed back to him. But now, the spotlight shifts to Cora and Bishop Miller. The pressure is massive. The future of the Potter's house now rests on their shoulders. Can they take it forward while honoring the past? Or is this the beginning of a slow decline? Churches across the country are watching. Many face similar transitions. Older pastors stepped down. Younger voices stepping up. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it falls apart. Cora and Bishop Miller are very different. Cora brings new ideas. She wants to speak to people struggling with mental health, pain, and identity. She talks about issues that matter to today's believers. Her style feels real, emotional, humans. But can she maintain the power and reach that her father built? Miller represents tradition. He has history with the church. He understands its structure. But in a world that's changing fast, is that enough? People today are asking hard questions. They want leaders who speak about justice, truth, and transparency. Can Miller adapt? Then there's the congregation, the ones who've stayed loyal for years. They are the heart of the Potter's house, and their reaction will decide everything. Will they support this new era? Or will they feel lost without the voice they've followed for so long? To them, T.D. Jakes wasn't just a pastor. He was hope. He was a voice that spoke through their pain. For many, this feels like a personal loss. Now they wonder, can the new leaders inspire that same trust? Cora's focus on healing and empowerment may attract younger believers. Her words touch those who feel overlooked. But not everyone is ready for change. Some prefer the old ways, the fire, the tradition, the doctrine. Miller brings that tradition. His steady presence may calm the storm. But can he inspire the next generation? Can he lead a church in a time where people want openness and action? No matter how qualified the leaders are, success depends on one thing: their bond with the people. Can they earn trust? Can they understand the fears and hopes of the congregation? This change could open a door for new growth. The Potter's house has always stood for transformation. This could bring even more diversity, but only if the new leaders can honor the past while boldly stepping into the future. The world is watching. This isn't just about church members. This is a public moment. The media is following closely. Social media is on fire. Every move will be judged. Every word will be dissected. How the Potter's house responds could shape the future of churches everywhere. This is bigger than a name, bigger than a title. This is about faith in a modern world. Will megachurches like the Potter's house continue to thrive? Or is this the beginning of a new chapter in how we worship? As T.D. Jakes passes the leadership to Cora and Miller, the congregation faces a hard choice. Will they embrace the shift? Or will the church begin to lose its connection? Jakes wasn't just a leader. He was a symbol, a force, a voice in dark times. Can anyone take his place? Or will this change leave people searching for something that can't be replaced? Cora and Miller are stepping into a storm. They are not just taking over. They are stepping into the hopes, dreams, and fears of thousands. Their task is enormous. And in the middle of this moment, we see something larger. Faith communities everywhere are at a turning point. Church attendance is falling. People want more. They want leaders who are real, who understands the world, who speaks the truth. Will Cora and Miller succeed? Or will they show us that the era of the megachurch is reaching its end? We don't know yet. But one thing is certain. The Potter's house is beginning a new story, and the whole world is watching to see how it ends. If you're moved by what's happening, tell us what you think. Do you believe Cora and Miller can rise to the challenge? Or is the legacy of T.D. Jakes too great to follow? Stay tuned.